Sonia, and I will be guiding your practice this evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Allow the eyes to either maintain a soft, one-pointed gaze, or allow the eyes to close. Wherever we are, we bring our inward gaze right between third eye center. We come into Dirga Pranayama and Ujjayi Pranayama. First taking that snapshot where you begin your practice this evening. Notice all there is to notice about the breath, about how the breath feels in the body, what areas you feel it in. Noting where your mind begins. With this snapshot, this present moment awareness, the way to approach your practice, to honor where you begin, to honor all the events of the day, perhaps the weekend, the week prior, maybe even a current event or situation or challenge you may be currently experiencing in your life. Just acknowledge all of that. Acknowledge it with asking the breath to come deep into the belly. Dirga Pranayama, three-part yogic breath. Each inhale, belly, low back, expand, rib cage, chest, shoulders. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Gentle draw of the navel to the back of the spine at the bottom of each out-breath. Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breath. Inviting that ocean-like whisper with that gentle constriction in the back of the throat. Give a few soft taps of the tongue on the roof of the mouth as a welcome. Welcome yourself here into this moment, to this stillness on your mat. Whether hands are facing down on the body or on the earth beside you, it's a gesture of grounding or a gesture of letting go. Just told of the news in Boston before I entered into class tonight. So for those of you who do not know, a few bombs were ignited during the Boston Marathon this afternoon, and so it's still very new news, and we do not know how many people are injured or passed on due to this act of violence. So here at the beginning of class, we hold these first few moments of silence for the city of Boston. And perhaps using this moment to make a dedication to your practice. Maybe simply dedicating it to these people who may be experiencing suffering here in their city from their loss, from experiencing this act of violence. We're just dedicating it to yourself, thanking yourself for coming here to your mat, honoring that intention or that reason that brought you here. Whatever it is, set that intention here. We bring in the So-Hum mantra. I am that. Each inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Mind whispers so. Each exhale, chest, ribs, belly, hum that. That is always all-encompassing, encompassing of the beauty, the perfection, the pure potentiality of who you are in this present moment. But for tonight's practice, let that really embrace that compassion, that peace that dwells within. So the practice of ahimsa tonight on your mat for non-violence. We dedicate this class either to those in our city of Boston or to that person here who arrived on the mat. And we let the beauty and peace of compassion ride So-Hum mantra. As humans, we all have this inner peace. We all have the capability to be compassionate, not only to those around us, first to ourselves. So let tonight's practice be just that thank you, an honoring of that beautiful light that dwells within. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. Continue with your 3-part yogic breath, Dirga Pranayama, and your Ujjayi ocean whisper, following that gentle and kind whisper of So-Hum on your mat, asking this connection to deepen, that light of peace to brighten, as we mindfully move with the breath, and move with mantra, move with the body. Om, So-Hum. Slowly let the knees come into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, a thank you. Just gently rock side to side. Massage low back. The hands come out to a T, palms facing down. Bring the knees to a 90-degree angle and stack the knees over the hips. Take an inhale here, so as we exhale, hum, just let the knees gently fall over to the right. Keep that left shoulder anchored onto the mat. If it is comfortable for head and neck, just let the head fall over to the left. Deep belly breaths here in this easy, gentle twist. We're not trying to get anywhere, trying to do anything, just to surrender into gravity. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. Follow your inhale back to center, so your exhale, let the knees fall over to the left side. Both shoulders anchored into the earth. Maybe head falls over towards the right. Maybe eyes are closed. Or still that soft one-pointed drishti focus. Inward gaze right between eyebrows. Third eye center, Ajna chakra. Your inhale, float knees back to center. So hug knees in one more time. Again, a soft rock side to side. We'll all meet in a cross-legged seat, so we have the option just to roll to one side and press up, or hands can come behind the thighs. We can begin to slowly rock back and forth. And if this is comfortable for the back side of the body. So however we get here, we rise up. Inhale, tall spine, shoulders float to the ears. Hold on to that length in the rib cage. Exhale, roll shoulders back and down. Let's take this 2 more times. Inhale, float up. Feel the roof of the mouth reach to the sky. Exhale, roll shoulders down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, hum. Hold on to that length, that integrity of the spine. We inhale, hands open out to the side. So we begin here in a T. So hands are equal with the shoulders. All 10 fingers are spread wide. Take an inhale, shrug shoulders up. Exhale, round them down and back. And now we bring a bend into the elbows. We begin to draw the elbows back and down. Now palms are facing up to the sky. Feel a slight lift of the chin as each inhale you feel the roof of the mouth reaching up to the sky. Soft one-pointed gaze or eyes closed, wherever we are. Next inhale, raise a soft smile on the face. Just enjoying this openness of the lungs, this deepening of the breath. Take one more inhale, even more radiant fingers, a natural extension of that breath. And now as we exhale, interlace hands, draw them away, and we'll sit back on the sits bones, round through the back, chin tucks in. We're pulling the hands away and sitting back, so kind of going in 2 opposite directions here to create space in the upper back. Feel that draw of the navel into rib cage at the bottom of your out breath. We begin to flow with the breath. So as you breathe in, inhale, we lift, spine lengthens, chest, lungs open, shoulders draw back. Exhale, hum, round, chin tucks, fingers draw away. And here we continue at your own pace, with your own breath. Wherever we are, inward gaze, right between eyebrows, whether eyes are open or closed, just bring your awareness here. This energy center at the Ajna chakra. This is our center where we begin to tap into our highest selves, into our wisdom, our intuition, our imagination. Wisdom is what guides us to connect with that inner peace and compassion that resides in each one of us. So, take one more full cycle at your own pace, no rush. Leaning back in a nice tall spine, we switch feet, opposite foot comes in front. Take an inhale, lift through the chest, reaching chest forward, now hinging at the hips with a nice long spine. Take one more breath in here, feel the floating of the chin and the roof of the mouth as a natural extension of the spine. And as you exhale, just begin to rotate the spine, sitting back in the sit bone, same motion as before, shoulders round forward. And the inhale draws chest open, shoulders drawing back. Exhale, rounding. This movement is large, slow, and intense. intentional, just like the breath. So hum. Let the breath guide you slowly in and out of all the space that you notice. Any rights or wrongs in yoga. Just simple present moment curiosity. Next time your heart reaches forward, just gently reverse your direction. So, hum. I am that. I am peace. Take one more full rotation here. And release the practice. Slowly let your next inhale shift you forward to hands and knees. Stacking knees under hips, hands under shoulders, spread fingers as wide as possible. Middle finger pointing forward and pressing firmly with thumb and forefinger into the mat. Inhale, so we find our cow pose as the belly drops, shoulders round back, and we reach the heart forward. Navel still drops to spine to strengthen and protect low back here. Do notice at your Ajna chakra. Let your next exhale press and round you into your cat. Arching through the back, it's tail and chin scoop in, navel strong here. Not only are the kneecaps pressing, so are the shins, tops of feet. As much surface area of the palm of the hand. And flow with the breath here. Inhaling slow, find your cow. Exhaling, round into cat. Take one more cycle here. So, we in a neutral spine. We curl the right toes under and extend right leg long. We're still breathing, sides of neck long, drawing shoulders back. We're pressing through that right heel to open up the back side of the right leg. Take a deep breath in here and let your next exhale hum. Cross right foot over to the left. Gaze over the left shoulder, back at the front. Breathe into side body here. Opening up space to let that light of compassion shine through. Take one more inhale. Exhale slowly, we come back to center. Inhale, left leg extends, toes still anchoring into the mat. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, roof of the mouth, reaching forward. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly, a gentle scooping of the tail and shoulders drop away from the ears. So we're strong here in our core. And let your next exhale hum. Cross the left foot over to the right. Gaze over the right shoulder. Breath in, float you back to center, and then exhale. left knee comes back and anchors in. This time we inhale, right leg extends long, but now it's hip height and we're flexing through that right foot. Notice if we might be lifting in that right hip. Can we dial it down so hips are parallel to the earth? Next breath in, left arm reaches forward. We can stay here for 3 more breaths or begin to pulse on the exhale. Drawing elbow and knee together, rounding just like your cat, tucking the chin. Inhaling, so reaching, lengthening away from one another. Exhale, round. So, so, this time the exhale, we release down to the mat. Inhale, left leg extends long, flex that foot. Inhale, right arm flows forward, palm faces into the midline, but we're still drawing that right shoulder back. We can stay here, we can begin to pulse at your pace, letting the exhale draw elbow to knee, rounding through the back. Inhaling, so. Exhaling, hum. So. We release to the mat and we walk hands all the way to the top of the mat. We find our downward facing puppy. So again, we're mindful that fingers are spread wide. And we lift the sits bones up just like we're in a down dog. We're pressing chest back towards the thighs. Head is heavy. Maybe that Ajna chakra connects to the mat, maybe not, but bring your awareness there. So arms are active. This is very different than a child's pose where we're letting the hips sink all the way over the ankles. Sits bones reaching up to the sky. Still that slight scoop of the tail to draw the low belly in as armpits press down and back. So arms are active here. We can stay right here. We can find our way into a downward facing dog by tucking toes under, straightening through the legs, lifting legs up to the sky. We receive the same benefits whether we're in down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, or downward facing puppy, as we're bringing about a sense of grounding and balance in all of our energy centers. Receiving the benefits of inversions, improving cardiovascular health, memory, and focus. Inhaling, so. Exhaling, hum. Slowly walking hands to the back of the mat. We find ourselves in a forward fold. So here we are mindful that feet are hip distance apart, so it means 2 fists can snugly fit in between the feet. And we have lots of options for our forward fold. Hands can simply be resting on blocks. So you have something solid to connect to. Maybe we bend at the elbows, let them rest in the palms of the hands. Maybe we even have a deep bend in the knees and let the chest rest on the thighs. Maybe hands interlaced behind the back, either rest on the low back, and we can breathe them up and away. Wherever we are, shake the head yes, shake the head no. Feel that heaviness in the upper body. So we release in the upper body by the strength of the lower body. So even though feet are hip distance apart, we're still squeezing the thighs back, pressing calves in towards one another, rooting soles of the feet into the earth. And maybe a sway side to side. have movement, we find stillness back at center. We release the hands, let them fall forward and slowly roll up with that tuck of the tail, stacking one vertebra on the neck. No hurry to get up to standing. Feel the head be heavy, chin staying tucked in, letting the head float up last. How slow can this be? No rush. Here, we invite in that strength of Tadasana, squeezing calves in, feeling that slight scoop of the tail to neutralize the pelvis. Take an inhale, float shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back down. 2 more times. So, Next time we inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. Maybe making that connection of thumbs down forehead, nose, lips, chin. Throw it all the way to rest on breastbone. Each time we come here in Anjali Mudra, we honor that intention for practice. Intention, what brought you here. Perhaps that dedication to ahimsa, non-violence, that dedication to cultivate and connect with that light of peace that dwells within, right here at heart center. We begin to flow in our half-sun salutations. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky. So, exhale, hinge forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips either connect to shins or come back by the hips. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press all the way up to standing. Hands sweep up to the sky. Exhale, draw it into heart center. Pausing for a breath in and out. Inhale, reach up, so forward. Inhale, halfway lift, spine long, shoulders roll back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, pressing through the feet, scooping up all that space around you. Exhale, drawing it in, pausing for inhale, and an exhale. Inhale, lift up. Fold. So, halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale to heart center. So here we find our drishti focus. Soft one-pointed gaze, something stationary, not another human. We find our Garudasana, eagle pose. So we slowly shift the weight into the right foot. We inhale, left knee comes up, flex through that foot. As we exhale, as if we're sitting back in a chair, we cross over. So the option for toes to connect, feeling both thighs pressing into one another. Maybe we flex through that foot, left foot, pressing it into the right calf. Maybe toes curl around. Let your next breath in, open arms out wide. As we exhale, left arm comes underneath the right. You can either be here, connected to shoulders, maybe backs of hands pressed to one another, maybe palms come to touch. We want to make sure that the fingertips, if we have hands together, that they're either pointing straight up, like so, that we're not falling over ourselves. Soft smile here, aiding in your balance and putting up your sun and moon channels. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. Let your next breath in release as we come back, extended Tadasana. Exhale, hinge forward, rinse it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Soft smile on the face. Exhale, hands to heart center. Garudasana, eagle on the other side. Weight slowly shifts to opposite foot. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, like you're sitting back in a chair, press both thighs into one another. Find your variation. A few soft taps of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Letting your next inhale, open hands wide. Exhale, right arm underneath the left, and your expression of the arms on this side. Again, be mindful with the fingers that they're continuing to point straight up. Soft smile aids in your balance. So here we realign our neurological connections, just like defragging your computer here. Your deep intentional breath, improving memory, focus, and concentration. Let your next inhale rise you back up to center. So exhale, hum, rinse it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Walk hands back out to your downward facing dog or your downward facing puppy. Wherever you are most comfortable in your body in this moment, go there. Maybe even a child's pose. So maybe Ajna chakra is connected to the earth via child pose or downward facing puppy. Or just simply bringing your internal awareness to this area in the body, this energy center. So hum mantra, guiding us to deepen our own connectivity to that inner guide, that guru within us all. So hum mantra also embraces that all we have in this moment is all that we will ever need. No need to cultivate, no need to fix. All right here. On the breath, in your awareness. So, hum. We'll slowly be making our way to a low lunge with the right foot at the top of the mat. So we can come into it from down dog. Maybe we come from hands and knees and just step right foot forward. Whatever is the easiest way for you to get here. Left knee is lowered, supporting that knee either with a towel or folded over mat if that feels better in your body. So here we are always mindful with the front knee, that knee stacks directly over the ankle or behind. If we notice the knee coming forward, we just simply walk foot out in front. Slowly, hands walk up to the thigh. The essence of Tadasana here is squeezing insides of legs together as that tail roots down. Let hands open out to the side. That same energy of elbows drawing down to create space in chest and heart. Space for that light of peace to shine here. Take a deep breath in here. As we exhale, hands come down to the mat. Left palm stays connected either to the mat or even a block works well here. Right hand stays connected to the thigh. Inhale, breathe, spine long, roll shoulders back, and we exhale, we begin to twist to the right. We can stay here, or you can breathe right arm up to the sky. Your choice, whatever feels best here for you. Wherever we are, all 10 fingers spread wide. Take one more inhale. Exhale, we release, hands connect to the mat. Left toes curl under, inhale, left leg long, so exhale, hum, find your downward facing dog, your downward facing puppy, or your child's pose. Wherever we are, breath continues to be deep and intentional. Ready, we'll make our way to a low lunge on the other side, either via down dog or hands and knees. Maybe helping that left foot forward. Providing that comfort for the right knee with a towel or mat. And slowly we come up. Pause here, hands on the thigh. Squeeze thighs in, roll shoulders back. We find a flow here on the left side as we inhale, arms sweep up to a V. As we exhale, elbows come down to yearn behind low back, palms face up. Inhale, so lift, lengthen side body. Exhale, hum, hold on to that length as we open up through chest and shoulders. 3 more cycles. So, so, inhale, reach up. And so as we exhale, we hinge forward, hands connect. Right palm stays connected to a block or the mat. Left hand to the thigh. Inhale, feel the roof of the mouth, natural extension of the spine. As shoulders roll back, we begin to twist to the left. Notice if we're sinking into that right shoulder, can we lift up out of it, continue to draw it down the back. Maybe left hand reaches up to the sky. Few soft taps of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Inhaling so. Exhaling hum. Take one more breath in. Exhale, we release. Inhale, right toes curled under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Downward facing puppy. Or maybe your child's pose for 3 full breaths. Inhaling so. Exhaling hum. And from down dog, let your next inhale float right leg up to the sky, bending the knee, peel open the hips and rotate ankle. Let your next inhale square off the hips, straighten through the right leg. Exhale, we find our half pigeon. So we bring the right knee to the right wrist. We extend left leg long out behind us. If we notice this right hip popping up, what we want to do is wedge a block here. Because the idea is that both hips are pointing forward as this right thigh stays parallel to the mat. For deeper sensation, we begin to walk that right foot out towards the left side and towards the top of the mat. Flexing through that right foot to protect the knee joint. We go into our fingertips. We inhale, we lift through the chest and heart. Exhale, as shoulders roll back, we begin to hinge forward with a long spine. We'll pulse 2 more times. Inhaling, so rising up. Exhale, hinge, lengthen the spine. One more cycle here. Inhale, float up, shoulders roll, chest opens. Exhale, we come all the way forward, and we want that third eye, Ajna chakra, to connect to something solid. So maybe stacking fists, maybe another block, maybe it makes its way down to the mat. Wherever we are, we want to be heavy in upper body, so we're not holding ourselves up with our arms. We want the shoulders to round forward. Inhaling so. Exhaling Not always the easiest posture to find stillness and acceptance in. So this is why we call it a yoga practice. So here we honor who we are, what we arrived here with. Our hips, this is where we keep all of our stuff. Whatever comes up, just honor that. Just whole, perfect, and complete. We're not needing to be anywhere other than you are. Even in the midst of discomfort, we practice breath. We practice encouraging that light of peace to ride the waves of your breath, sending that peace, that compassion, that surrender to what is, to those areas of the body that you feel the most in this moment. So, we slowly make our way out of this posture and then give ourselves permission to move in any way that feels good. Maybe shifting back to a downward facing dog. Maybe to hands and knees for a cat-cow. There's no rights, there are no wrongs here. Perhaps just letting the eyes close. Know where it feels right. Let that inner guide take you there. No rush. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Make our way back into our pigeon on the other side. We're stretching out that left side, inhaling the left leg, opening up the hips, bending the knee, lifting the knee high, stacking left hip on top of the right. And then let your exhale draw knee to wrist and set yourself up for pigeon on the other side. So also mindful of the joints. So if this does not work in the knee joint, we come onto our backs and we can always sit up with your torso. Taking your time getting there, we take our pulse with our breath. Both hip bones pointing forward. We inhale, we lift through the heart. As we exhale, we push forward and pull. And we do this 3 times with the intention of a long spine and open heart. Inhaling, so floating up. Shoulders roll back. Exhale, hinge forward. And on your 3rd time hinging forward, we settle in a long spine with a soft heart, and a solid connection of the Ajna chakra. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. without, again, permission to move in any way. It's a very long hold on our hips. Maybe another down dog, maybe another child's pose. No rush to get anywhere other than to move with the breath, to let that stagnant energy flow on out. We have stirred up in that long hold. We're all going to meet on our backs. So a way of getting to our backs is from a seated position. Legs are extended long. We can even give the knees a little bit of a bounce here. That oftentimes feels very delicious after a long pigeon there. We inhale, reach hands forward, exhale, roll shoulders back. If you have any low back issues, hands come here to help us down. So wherever we are, we take an inhale, feel spine grow tall. As we exhale, we slowly begin to lower all the way down. Again, maybe hands, forearms come down. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. We find our dead bug here. So we let the soles of the feet now float up towards the sky. There's a bend in the knees. And as if we have ribbons on the wrists. Arms are heavy. Those ribbons pull the wrists slightly up. We still have a bend in the elbow, and hands are heavy, falling towards the forearms. We feel a solid connection of the tailbone and the tops of the shoulders anchored into the mat. So we're not rounding shoulders up and off the mat. In fact, we're letting the weight of the arms press shoulders back in. Eyes closed, or a soft one-pointed gaze. We notice the reverse of blood flow. More gaze at Ajna chakra. Reverse oxygen. Reverse our circulation to this area of the body with the intent of connecting, deepening your awareness of all sensations of this reverse of circulation. Training your lymphatic system, improving your immunity. Follow your exhale, let arms and legs fall into the chest, gently rock side to side. Let hands come back out to a T. We cross the right leg over the left, letting the sole of the left foot come to the right side of the mat, scooting the hips over to the right. Take a deep breath in, and let your exhale guide the knees over to the left side of the body. This is too much with legs crossed. Simply uncross them, just like we had them at the beginning of practice. So it might be a different way to just experience this twist here. Maybe head falls to opposite side. Breath is deep to aid in the benefits of this twist, wringing out what no longer serves. Is to be connected to that inner light, that peace and compassion in us all. And then let your next inhale so float you back to center. Uncross the legs. And we scoot the hips over to the left side of the mat, crossing left leg over the right. Inhale here. Exhale guides knees to fall over to the right. gaze falls over opposite shoulder. Few soft taps of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. This not only reminds us to soften even more in the palate and face, but also encourages that light of peace to flow to every cell of your being. Let your inhale float you back to center. Bring hips to the center of the mat. Extend one leg long at a time, finding your Shavasana. A different way of taking Shavasana, maybe keeping hands out to that T and just simply bending through the elbows. Now backs of hands rest on the earth, palms face up. The symbolic to heart and chest open to receive. To receive that connection of the light of peace and compassion here that resides at heart center. That kind acceptance of what is, who you are, where you are. So hum, effortlessly rides the natural rhythms of the breath. Each natural exhale finding a deeper sense of heaviness, of release. And more focus right between eyes. Soft heart in the lips and jaw. Now we rest. deepening the breath brings to the stillness of your body. And slowly welcoming movement into fingers and toes, hands and feet. And then letting your next deep inhale invite in any stretch into the body, maybe hugging knees into chest, maybe pointing through toes, reaching arms long. That feels good here. Let the left arm reach up overhead and just roll to the left side, pausing in fetal position, still completely relaxed, heavy, most importantly aware. Eyes are still closed. We just take this scan at the end of practice, compare it to where we began, only to honor all the shifts, the changes, the healing, the growth that occurred in just these few moments of kind awareness, the practice of ahimsa, self-love, compassion, and that cultivation of that light of peace within. Extending top leg long, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And inviting that nice tall spine, rolling shoulders down and out. Feeling the lengthening of the sides of the neck as roof of the mouth flows upwards. On your next breath in, inhale, hands reach out wide and then up to the sky, scooping up all that collective positivity we created together. And exhaling again, maybe that thumb down forehead, nose, lips, chin, throat. We draw it to heart center. In these last few moments of silence, we come back to that intention, that dedication. And just hold this silence just for a few more breaths. Dedicate to our friends in Boston. Did not have the opportunity to perhaps come to their mat in the same fashion as you had. So in that essence of gratitude, peace, sending that loving light to our friends there. Seal in this practice, seal in this dedication with one chant of Om. Together we inhale. Shanti, peace, floating thumbs up to third eye, honoring that wisdom within, that guide that is always here to guide you to connect with that light of peace and compassion, that antidote of ahimsa. So honoring that light within yourself, within your fellow yogis who shared this practice with you tonight, and with all living things, we bow together. We sing Namaste.
Namaste.
Shanti, peace.